Hi, I'm Ron Nutter, and welcome to another edition of Tech Bites with Ron Nutter. Now, you remember the last time, and let's shift over here, and you can see that we worked with the TP-Link Kasa Wi-Fi mini plug. Well, this time we're going to go through, and I'm going to show you how to get it linked to Alexa and use an Alexa routine to help turn the device on and off automatically on a schedule. It's like if you want lights to turn on in the house at when sunrise or sunset occurs, you can do all that. So let's go ahead and get that process started. So we're going to switch over to good old demo table. Now I'm going to move this box out of the way because we obviously don't need that, but I'm going to move my Echo Dot into play. Now this, granted, is a Gen 1 device, and you saw the other day where I've got a Gen 3, but there's a method to the madness. This is to show you that it will work with Gen 1. You'll start seeing me use the Gen 3 and Gen 1 interchangeably. But enough of that. Let's go ahead and get the process started. Now, I would suggest that you begin the process with the Kasa TP-Link mini plug turned on. So what we're going to do is we're going to now shift over to the Samsung phone that I've got, and we will go to Kasa. And okay, it was already on it. That's a problem when you've got video lights on. You can't always see the little indicator, and it's there. It's very faint. So we'll turn it on. So that's where we'll take that part of the process. Now we'll go over here into the Amazon Alexa app, and you can do this on the website. I'm just trying to show you that you can do it on a phone as well. So if we tap in the upper left-hand corner, go down to Skills and Games, and we'll tap the little search icon that's there, and we'll just type Kasa. And you'll see the Kasa TP-Link plug. We'll just take that one, and we'll go with the first one up here. When you're adding some of the voice control, don't worry a whole lot about how poorly some of these are rated. I think some may have unrealistic expectations, but you know what? We'll just move forward. So we'll tap on the first one. Now, the next thing is you'll tap on Enable to Use. Now, since I've already had this linked at one point, when it takes me to the OAuth site to get this set up, it's already got my credentials entered. Now, if you haven't done this before, then you'll have to fill this in, but hopefully you've got your passwords in a password manager or written down somewhere. So we'll tap Authorize. Now it says linked, and we'll close out this screen. Now you'll see where it says Discover Devices, and this is a process we're going to go through. And don't worry about the amount of time this is going to take, and it will say it doesn't find anything. It's don't know quite why it's doing that, but I've done this several times now, and it's just giving you a bad indication. So you know what? We'll fix that and go on. So we'll switch back over to the camera, or phone rather, and you see it's just about through. And we'll go ahead, and as I say, we're just about there. Okay, see, it says no new devices found. So don't really worry about that one, because now what we'll do is we'll shift back over to, well, here. got too many. I'm still learning about the different buttons I've got to work through to do this. So we'll shift back over here, and we will say, Alexa, turn on outlet.
Okay.
Now I didn't hear it click, which to me says it was already on. So we'll say, Alexa, turn off outlet. Alexa, turn off outlet.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if you heard the click, but I'm working on it. I probably need to put a mic over on the demo table. So that is all it takes to do it. And you notice I had to repeat it. So sometimes if you're speaking too fast, or you may have to either enunciate or put a little bit of spacing between the words, it's sometimes, I mean, let's face it, the voice control technology is still a little bit to the new side. It's got a lot more maturity. It's getting better, but occasionally, and you saw this happen, it's just gonna have an issue. So now that's that's voice control. So that gets you up and running at a voice level. What you'll need to think about is naming these, and you'll find some words that may work better than others. You may want to name it the device you want it to turn on. You use your imagination. You'll figure it out. So now what we're going to go through and do is we're actually going to go back over to the Samsung phone, and we'll go here to the home button. And now we're going to set up the routines, and we're going to have it turn on and off at sunset. So we'll enter routine name, and we'll call it sunset, since that's when we want the device to turn on. And here I'm recording this at the end of the year, so it's going to be, there's times when it gets dark really early. So we've got it set there, and when this happens, we will tap on smart home. Oh, now it did this. I didn't do something right. Oh, location. No, I didn't do this right. Okay. Oh, schedule. Okay, here we go. Schedule. Sunset. There we go. Okay. We're going to have to do some editing here. Now, if you don't have a location set, you will need to do that. And you can have it if you want it to come on, say, a few minutes before sunset. That's fine. And by default, it's going to repeat every day of the week. So if you only want it to be on weeknights when you're on the way home from work, you see what to do here. So we'll tap on next, and we'll add action, and we will go down to smart home, and we'll tap on all devices, and we'll go outlet, and its default action is on. So we'll tap next and save. So that gets us part of the way through the process. Now we're going to create the second part of the routine to actually turn it off. Now I'm going to say turn it off at sunrise, and there may be like an outdoor light you want to do this with. If not, you want to set a certain time. So you just want to get an impression for what can be done. So it's really very versatile. So now we'll go to pressing the plus button again, and we will call it sunrise. Tap next, and when this happens, we will do schedule, and see, we can do at time. So let's say if you go to bed at 10 p.m. and then you can just change that to be exactly at 10 o'clock. And now repeat, you can say every day, which you would have thought with the earlier one that would have done that, but it didn't. So next, and we've got it sunrise, and which is probably a poor name for the routine. And then we will go smart home, all devices, outlet, and we'll turn it off. And save. So at this point, we've got the routine set. Now you can either wait for the time to occur, or what we can do is we can actually go through and manually exercise the routines. So if we can tap sunset. Okay, and it says now playing the routine. And if I'd had the camera over here, you would have seen, let me turn off my overhead light here for just a moment. You'll see that just a little bit of the light there. So now we say sunrise, or you could call it bedtime. We can just tap the plus button, or not the plus button, the little right arrow, and I'm going to shift back over to the camera. And that didn't hit it just right. Okay, there we go. And now you see it turned off. So really, you can see it's very straightforward to set up. You've got it under voice control, so we can simply say, whoops, let me get over to the right camera here. We can say, Alexa, turn on outlet.
Okay.
Alexa, turn off outlet.
Okay.
So it's really very straightforward. I've tried to do some things and make it useful. And to be honest, until I started digging into the routines a little bit, I was fully thinking we might have to do something with IFT or Unomi. And I'm still going to look at those because those are certainly options. But this shows you where you can have something automatically happen and still have voice control. So it's an interesting process to go through and see what you can do. I mean, years ago, I had a dog that I had at the house when I was at work during the day, and I would have the radio to turn on. Well, a few times I would forget to turn on the radio. Well, now with smart home technology, I can sit there and have it automatically turn on about the time I would leave for work, and then turn off a little bit after I get home, or just leave that as something I would manually turn it off, because that way there was something in the background to not make the dog feel so alone. And for those of you who are dog lovers, do you understand that one? I don't have to explain a whole lot. So anyway, that brings us to the end of this video. So I've shown you this time how to set up voice control on the Kasa, how to do a routine so that you can have it do a little bit more of a automation without having to do the voice control. And so you can even do voice control remotely. So there's several ways you can do it. Now, if you ever have a problem to where Alexa says it can't find the device, or you're having a problem, then always remember to go back to the Kasa app and can you control it from here? If you can, then it's a problem between the link between TP-Link and Amazon Web Services. So it's a handy troubleshooting step to walk through the process. Anyway, I've shown you what to do with a very reasonably priced plug from the folks at TP-Link Kasa. So get one of these, have fun with it. You'll see a link in the description where you can get one of these as well. That is an affiliate link. I will get a small amount of money from it. That doesn't change your price. You'll see a couple of videos show up either here or here. And I'm trying to figure out how to point in reverse with the way I'm going to do this. There are other videos in this series to watch and some other things about smart home technology to look at. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so now. And make sure you click the notifications button so as I come out with any new videos that you will get notified, or should get notified as they come out. And I'm trying to release about 1 to 2 a week. So just to help you become more familiar with things. And if you have something you're trying to do and you can't get to work, let me know. And I'll see about when I can work it into the schedule and see what I can do to help you and some of the other subscribers to the channel. Thank you for your time, and we'll talk to you again soon.